Do you guys remember how cool the first Iron Man movie was? It really was. I still think that. I mean, maybe it's been kind of like maybe ruined a little bit, like retroactively, but back then, when superhero movies weren't like everything everywhere, like it wasn't the whole fucking movie industry, having just like an unapologetically confident superhero movie executed that well was pretty cool, I think. There was a trans joke. Oh, I don't remember. Sorry, I haven't watched it in a while. The villain was kind of shit. The big bald guy. I think he was fine. You know, I mean, I don't think it was like a groundbreaking villain performance. Better than the second Iron Man movies. It also tackled a real IRL issue there. Yeah, I do. I do think it's kind of funny how like the first Iron Man movie had like a pretty direct and specific pacifist message about like anti-warmongering, and then they just forgot about it like forever on from that point forward. You know what I mean? Like the very first movie in the modern Marvel Cinematic Universe was Iron Man having a bender, realizing, oh shit, maybe being like a weapons manufacturer is like kind of cringe, and then not only stopping but going out of his way to try to like destroy the weapons that his company sold to people already. But like they never really went anywhere from there. And it doesn't escape my notice, by the way, that the example of his weapons are being used for bad was when, like, terrorists in the desert got a hold of them, as opposed to, like, the US government. You know what I mean? Like, it's bad that I make these weapons. They might fall into the hands of Muslims. You know? Like, I get they were terrorists or whatever, but it's like, okay, but, like, what about when they're in the hands of, like, governments? You know, maybe a little bit. The biggest issue with superhero movies is that at the end of the day, superheroes fight supervillains, but like that always kind of abstracts the issue, doesn't it? You know, like you have a systemic problem, but then it your villains trying to fight, or sorry, your heroes trying to fight like oil and gas companies ruining the world. Like they're an environmentalist, they're trying to stop global warming. But then like midway through the movie, the big bad like oil CEO falls into a vat of acid and becomes like oily, I can't pronounce that. Oiler. He becomes the big oiler and like turns into a big oil monster and starts sludging people. And then the movie just becomes about beating that guy. But after you beat that guy, the company that he headed still exists. The stockholders are just going to appoint another CEO. Like it doesn't change. It doesn't change it. You guys get what I mean, right? They do this all the time in superhero movies. In fact, if we go over the plots of all wait, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm sorry. Hold on. All Marvel, all MCU movies. Give me a chart. Wow, there are a lot. What's the most? I can't even tell which of these are the most recent. This one has the most things on, but it's also so low res that I can't even. Okay, I think this is like a couple years old. I don't really know. You said you wouldn't stun lock? Yeah, when do I ever tell the truth with you guys? Okay, what do we have? How many of these have I even seen? Wait, can we not get this in chronological order? Wait, I obviously want this in chronological order. I don't. Hold on. Isn't there like a big chart like phase 1 and phase 2 or some shit? Like, no, this is saying chronological order like the way nerds would. Like chronological is in when. I'm gonna lose my mind. This shouldn't be this difficult. Do a tier list? I'm not doing a tier list. I just want like by release date. By release date. But chronological order, fucking. Have there been this few? I feel like there have been a billion. Okay, we talked about the Iron Man. I don't remember the Incredible Hulk. The Iron Man 2, didn't it suck? Wasn't the bad guy in Iron Man 2 the guy who always plays like a cartel? The cartel guy with the mustache? He always has the same mustache? Like he plays himself in every movie. Yeah, the whip dude. Yeah. Whiplash? Mickey Rourke, yeah. Who was the villain in the first Thor movie? Who Loki? Was Loki? Okay. Um Captain America the First Avenger. Oh, yeah. They do this in Captain America the First Avenger. They do this exact same thing. Because they're like Nazis, whatnot. Like, it's like, oh, well, sure, Nazis were a thing, but these are the secret double Nazis that history books won't tell you about. What was the thing that Lindsay Ellis said while mentioning this movie? Holocaust? What Holocaust? Like, yeah. And the funny thing is, like, nothing Hydra ever does is worse than what we know the Nazis did. Like, you're telling me Hydra's like the super ultra mega bad group, but all we ever saw them do was like be spies? the Nazis did a Holocaust. They do the hang glider thing. But yeah, they're like kid-friendly Nazis, you know? But that's kind of weird. I don't know. That's pretty weird. Um, I don't know. Yeah, they're Cobra commanders. Eh, they do human experiments in Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. You'll never guess what the Nazis did during the Holocaust. They tried to nuke New York, though. Oh, who hasn't tried to nuke New York? They're kid-friendly Nazis. The Avengers was pretty dumb. It's pretty dumb. Wait, in the Avengers, they do try to nuke New York. Or wait, was that because of Hydra? Did they retcon that? Was it because all the guys up top were like Hydra guys, so they were like, yeah, let's nuke New York for no reason? Do you think they did that just because they realized how fucking stupid it was? The idea that like the powers that be in New York or in America would be like, yeah, there are 3 aliens. Let's nuke one of the world's largest cities. Avengers was Loki and interdimensional aliens, not Hydra. Wasn't Hydra in S.H.I.E.L.D. at the time? I don't remember Iron Man 3, except for a fight scene in it. Thor Dark World really sucked. I don't remember Captain America Winter Soldier. Uh, Avengers Age of Ultron sucked. And also, this was the debut of the worst character in all of the Avengers. Fucking Scarlet Witch. Holy shit, I'm tired of her shit. Oh my fucking god. I feel like she exists exclusively to make me sexist, like personally. Holy fuck. Insane. She's dead now? Good. I haven't seen the most recent Doctor Strange. I hope. No, it's literally like, nah, 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 no, no, fuck her. Fuck her. It's not misogyny, dude. She sucks. She has no, okay, first of all, she has like no fucking personality. She had no chemistry with the robot guy. She's never had a moment on scene that demonstrated any like real pathos. And also she's like a crybaby. She's like, "Oh yeah, dude, like you're all mean to me. All I ever did was like lock an entire American city in like eternal torment to because I'm like sad." Dude, you don't know the pain. The robot boyfriend I had for 6 months, like died or something. I have no choice but to tear the country apart. What was that line for the most recent Doctor Strange everyone's making fun of? The like, when you break the rules, you're a hero. When I break them, I'm a villain. It's like, yeah, well, when he broke the rules, he was like trying to help people, and when you broke the rules, it was because you were trying to try made things worse for everyone. To be fair, she's a villain. She's a girl boss. No, I know she's a villain of that movie, but first of all, I don't buy it, and second of all, I'm tired of the girl bossing, okay? People sympathize with her like fuck, and it's because they're not sexist enough. Okay, anyway, Age of Ultron was dumb. The character of Ultron was dumb. The premise of trying to like lift the city up and then drop it back down is really fucking dumb. I can't believe they did that. Do you have any idea how quickly like a segment of Earth would have to land into Earth to do the like just nuke it. Just buy a suitcase nuke. Like what you're Ultron. Just go like sneak into like we know that like the Russian nuclear stores are guarded by like one drunk guy. Just go in there and like pick up a nuke and just fly over somewhere and nuke it, you know? Like okay. Nukes were blocked by Jarvis. Do more. Ah yes, realism, my superhero movies. Shut up. Oh my god. Jesus. Fuck you. Captain America Civil War, incredibly fucking stupid. Obviously, superhuman should be registered, okay? The reason people defend gun rights is because guns are a force equalizer. Superheroes are, by definition, a force non-equalizer. And also, a superhuman is significantly stronger than like anything a gun can make you. Like the shit Scarlet Witch can do shouldn't just be on a fucking registry. It should be on like the Scarlet Witch should have a bomb in her brain that like every government on Earth can detonate by pressing a red button on their desk, you know? Just like Jesus Christ. Holy shit. But then working for the American government cringe though. Yeah, well they can point that out. You can say like I think we should be like registered, but I don't think we should be like on the employment of the US government. Anyway, Ant-Man was boring. Does anyone care about the characters here? Pym and the wife? I just don't. The funny thing is that the most personality they ever had in this goddamn cinematic universe was Tony Stark. And he was at his most personality driven in the first movie. And then like everything else has been inferior to that in terms of like the character, you know? That's good, Shu. Don't think about the Marvel movies. I'm thinking about them too much as it is. Thor kind of has one. I mean, yeah, like a dumb one. Thor's character is pretty mid. Okay. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was okay. I mostly like Doctor Strange for the effects work. This is one of the few times that I've ever actually seen. Speaking of good use of CGI, one of the few times I've ever seen CGI or like magic demonstrated in a way that looks really cool and inventive. You know, like everyone can render like fireballs being thrown or whatever, but this felt like magic. They made Doctor Strange powers look like aesthetically different to the powers of all the other characters ever shown. You know, like everyone else, like in comparison, his magic looks like magic, and their magic looks like technology magic. You know, like Scarlet Witch has like cool psychokinetic powers, but he has magic. It felt different. I like that. Oh, did I miss Guardians of the Galaxy 1? Oh, fuck, I totally did. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was good. It was pretty good. So yeah, it's good. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was really good because it was so critical of its characters. And it just slapped in general. It's really, really good. Yeah. It was, yeah, really, really good. I don't remember anything from Winter Soldier. Spider-Man Homecoming. I saw this, didn't I? Did I? Did I see Homecoming? I don't know if I saw Homecoming. I actually don't think I saw Homecoming. No, I don't think I did. Thor Ragnarok was really good. I really, really liked it. Really enjoyed Thor Ragnarok. Black Panther was fine. I mostly remember Black Panther for all like the alt-right or internet discourse about how T'Challa is like a based ethnostater and how if you like Wakanda, you have to be alt-right or whatever. Or some shit, and all the Ruth Konda forever. I basically just remember like the memes. I think Black Panther was like fine. I don't think it was exceptional, though. I don't think it was special. They threw Killmonger under the bus. I just don't think it was special. Yeah. I like the Afrofuturist stuff. Yeah, okay, listen, all I'm going to say, and I've said this before, I'm just going to point this out again. The premise that a futuristic, like, secret African country would have magic shields and magic spears is very racist. Okay? Like, it's not as though, like, a futuristic Greek society would have people with, like, laser triremes that they're like rowing to throw like laser Greek fire before the laser phalanx, like with the laser like poofy hack. Like, yeah, dude, it's Italy and they all look like Roman soldiers except they have like laser cloaks or something. Like, no. Look, all I'm saying is that, listen, all I'm saying is that I feel like they leaned a little bit too hard into trying to make it all look African. And as a product of that, it just makes me feel like, I don't know. This is Marvel, yes they do, but they wouldn't. Okay, no, I'm not getting into this. I'm not getting into this. Listen, there's nothing wrong with doing that. All I'm saying is that they don't do that anywhere else. They just did that here, okay? I want cyber Romans. I want cyber, like, Indian imperial, like, troops. I want cyber samurai. I want cyber samurai. You know I want cyber... What, Asgard is like that? Asgard is in space. Well, you guys are kidding right now, right? You're making my point. The only time they did this futurism via thousand-year-old aesthetics is with aliens and Africans. No, I'm not. No. No, I'm done. Moving on. Anyway, Asgard looks boring, though. True. Very true. They never sold me on Asgard. Was Asgard really supposed to be like one city of like 1,000 people or something? Like it's like, here's Asgard. They just show one city. Like, I thought it was a plane of existence. Asgard. Asgard. It's one city. It's not even a big city. LA is way bigger than that. And send Thor down to fucking Tokyo, the Tokyo metropolitan area, and have some cringe dialogue. You know, by Odin's beard, never before have I seen a city of this size. And it's like 8,000 times the size and population of Asgard. So, and they're supposed to be like gods or something? Okay, whatever. Anyway, also, ripped off Anne Orlando. Okay, moving on. Infinity War. Infinity War was pretty good. I think Infinity War is mostly worthwhile as, like, how do we turn all of this into a climax in one movie? Or, like, a half, you know, like a cliffhanger climax. I think it's valuable mostly as, like, like the planning that would have had to go into the execution of that much shit into, like, one, you know, one thing. Yeah, Infinity War is ruined by Endgame because they should have just lost, you know? If, like, can you imagine how much better it would have been if he'd done the Thanos snap, won, left, and there was no bullshit time travel, whatever? Like, it's just like, oh, we just lost half the universe. And Thanos, like, just retires and later shows up in another like different movie because like there's no point in going after him. You can't change anything. What if he stayed strong? I don't know. Then Spider-Man would have been gone. Well, they would have had to choose different people to kill then. Yeah. Ant-Man and the Wasp never saw, probably boring. Captain Marvel never saw, probably boring. Avengers Endgame did see, very boring. Um, also, God, imagine having one of the biggest cinematic moments in all of the history, and then following it up the next year with like, okay, then they do some time travel shenanigans to like undo the events of the last movie. Okay, great. Redo. Okay. No balls. No balls. There wasn't even a sacrifice. They didn't undo any events. They brought the snapped people back. The only person you lost was Iron Man, and they've been signal posting Tony Stark's death for like half the fucking MCU. Black Widow died too. Literally nobody cares about Black Widow. Black Widow's death like detracts zero from the MCU. She was worthless in every imaginable sense. Oh, you people stay mad. No, she was worthless. And you're never going to sell me on the idea that like, oh yeah, dude, here's our team, bro. We've got Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man, and we've got like a Russian spy. Okay, great. Like, I look forward to the next giant city rupturing blast that blows out the eardrums of everyone within a mile radius, and like Captain America gets like knocked back and she gets incinerated. They could have kept Spider-Man dead and introduced Miles. How fucking base would that have been if he'd had the new Spider-Man had one movie and then they killed him? Holy shit, that would have been fucking funny. That would have been so funny. I didn't even give a shit about Miles. I just think it would have been funny. Yeah, shoot, I know that she's hot. Actually, I take that back. I actually think Black Widow is like one of the least hot incarnations of Scarlett Johansson that I've ever seen. Like, I'll find a good photo so that I'm not trying to like bias it or whatever. I genuinely don't get it. I mean, obviously she's a very attractive woman. I'm not saying she's not. I'm just saying like, I feel like she's hotter in everything else. I don't know. Maybe it's because they try to make her into like a badass action chick when Scarlett Johansson has the body and the personality and the face of somebody who should be like reclining on a bar table manipulating men into buying her drinks. I don't know. Like maybe that's part of the appeal, but like there's something I don't think they've effectively blended the parts here. Vaush doesn't like strong women. She's not a strong woman. She's actually the weakest Avenger. What do you mean strong woman? She's physically like the weakest thing that has any speaking lines in the fucking MCU. Assuming she'd lose in arm wrestling to goddamn Hawkeye, also worthless, by the way. Seriously, Hawkeye as a character, did anyone care? Okay. It's not even, by the way, that they don't have superpowers. It's just they don't have personalities. They don't have super personalities. Yeah, but he has different arrows. What are your thoughts on Captain Marvel? All I've seen of her is in the fucking Avengers Endgame, where she didn't do anything. I heard she was going to play a big role. Because in her movie, which I never saw, she's like super, super strong, which I know how strong she is from like the lore or whatever. And then in Endgame, she's like, yo, what's up? Like destroys a Thanos ship and then dips. So or like does like fights for the gauntlet for like 2 seconds or something. Like, okay. I wonder if they dialed back her role in Endgame after they realized people didn't like her that much. Maybe did people even dislike her? I don't know. What was a good role for Scarlett Johansson that I got a Benar in? Honest to God, I would take Scarlett Johansson in fucking what's the thing that was racist? Ghost in the Shell. There we go. That's what we need. We need some goddamn cultural appropriacy is what we need. Her was really good. Wasn't she just an AI in her? Did she didn't have a body in her? Yeah, she was just a voice. Don't get me wrong. I'd fuck the voice, but like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, lads. I don't know. The cultural appropriacy is looking pretty solid right now. I like the haircut. I like the I have drug problems haircut in chicks. I don't know. You can fucking judge me later, okay? Yeah, the problem bag. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Is this a figurine? This is a 3D rendering. Is this 3D rendering? She's just so stacked. I don't know. What are some other roles that she was in? Like, give me one more role where Scarlett Johansson was good. Was she in Red? Or am I thinking of a different? I'm thinking of a different. Jojo Rabbit? Are you really gonna make me talk about the not Zussi? The German Traducci? We really listen. She was hanged for being a collaborator with the Resistance, okay? I think that's based as fuck. She literally was hanged. Oh wait, spoilers. No, she wasn't. No, it's not spoilers. I'm just saying random stuff. I would just sort of randomly. Fuck. She played in Lucy. What? Hey, wait, Lucy. Wasn't Lucy the worst film ever made? I had an aneurysm watching this one, but fuck, she's hot. I fucking hated Lucy. Yeah, the human body uses 10%. But she's using 11% of her brain. Nani? Fucking. It's literally, you know the meme where like Shaggy looks at the camera and he's like, she's zoinks, I only had to use 2% of my power for that one. Like, it's literally that, except it's Scarlett Johansson and she's talking about how much of her brain she's using. And that's the whole fucking movie. And then she reaches 100%, becomes God. What do you... Okay. Yeah, I was saying Scarlett Johansson is hung. That's what I meant. Not that she gets hanged, but she was hung. At one point, she controls gravity. Yeah, I'm a computation. And then she leaves all her knowledge behind in a fucking flash drive. It's like, bro, a flash drive carries a specific file format, okay? I don't think your God information is going to be readable to your average fucking USB port in a computer. It's not... Okay. It was a God flash drive? Yeah, it was a very good flash drive, okay. Fuck. Okay, wait, hold on, we're almost done. Get me out of here. We were supposed to talk politics, fuck. I'm at Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame. Spider-Man Far From Home. Pretty mid. Mid to like okay, I think. Black Widow I didn't see. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings I didn't see. But I do like Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi's the fat one, right? The fat guy? I like him as a character. I think I like watching him. I've never been like annoyed with him. No, it wasn't him? Who's the fat guy? Oh, people are mad. Is it Wong? I don't know why you would expect me to remember the names of characters in Marvel movies. Mix the Asian guys up. Is Shang-Chi a guy or a girl? I don't know. I haven't seen it. Also, by the way, if I'd gotten it wrong the other direction, I think you would have been more mad at me because misattributing an Asian name as Wong sounds like it sounds like this, you know, like, oh, is that Wong? Like, it'd be like, oh, is that Tyrone? You know, if you're talking about a black guy, like it's more stereotypical or whatever. Plus, I wouldn't have been able to resist going, oh, that was wrong. You know, okay, anyway. The Eternals didn't see, but it looked like shit. Looked like actual, like, massive dog shit. The Eternals. Spider-Man No Way Home. I literally just saw this one. What happened in No Way Home? What was the plot again? Oh, right. That was all the different Spider-Mans. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. Spider-Man becoming trans. Yeah. Okay, I think we did it. Thank God. Except I never looked at the TV shows. What TV shows are there? I'm just kidding. The only TV show that I ever saw in the MCU, the only ones that I saw were WandaVision, and I saw half of the Loki show. And the first half of WandaVision was really good, and the second half was dog shit. And the Loki was It's so fucking frustrating, dude. The beginning of the Scarlet Witch television, Scarlet Vision, whatever, the beginning of it was so clearly, like, so much direction was being given to the artists, you know? Like, there was so much leeway they were given to structure things in a way that, like, corresponded to the research they did for tropes of all the different sitcoms of different decades. And then they were like, nope, time for us to do the standard Marvel bullshit. Good job, Pigeon.